Baby, I could be your motivation. Nah, be your own motivation. Okay, well, seriously, find some motivation. I mean, I'm my own motivation. If I am motivating you, that's cool. Peace and love and light to that. Because words matter and they plant seeds. And you may not be budging, but you could be just listening. And that is, to me, an activation. When you plant a seed and then it starts budding, it's activating the growth. So your space that you may be in could be the budding season. But today I want to share with you how I implement staying motivated. Go, 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 go. Yeah, go. I cracked my own self up, boy. Okay. Um, so I can stay focused because this is gonna be watch me do this one quick, okay? Surround yourself with supporters. That means you attract what you are projecting, right? So you get around some folk and keep shifting and moving until you hear what your inner thoughts are saying, right? Because maybe your bad thoughts are overclouding you right now. Um, you could be in that space and hey, you could yo-yo in that. You could dip, baby dip. Because when I dip, you dip, we dip sometimes. So maybe you need to be around something to pull you back out the darkness, pull you back into the light. And that may not be in person. That could be a group online. I've said many times in my vlogs that I am in juicing groups, fasting groups, whole plant exclusive, healthy alternative, you name it. I got something. I don't talk in all the groups. Sometimes I just be. Sometimes I'll visit the page, and some of them I have the preferences where I want them to pop up whenever I read it. Um, Sometimes people don't be making sense because proof is in the pictures, okay? Proof is in people's lifestyle. So when you look for support, make sure someone looks like the way you want to look or talks like the way you want them to, the way you want to talk. That, it's basically, again, a reflection of who you are, who you want to be, who you want to, not even want to be, but who you want to have shine because you are that person, but it's just covered up right now with layers. So make sure that these groups, because you're gonna have Debbie Downers and people who think they know it all in whatever group or whatever person you talk to in real life. But you could check them out and you could read. We could all read people, but it's all about tapping in. So make sure you read this energy, and if it's something that show you a little red flag, please believe that. There's no way that I would go to a gym and get a trainer that is bigger than me, don't look like they in tip-top shape, they talking crap, they talking down. No. So it's the same thing with your support system, okay? And this includes friends and family. Now, your real peoples, your kinfolk. Not everybody will understand. Um, and some people, they be meaning well, but they don't know how to express themselves without insulting. Because I really think it's a circle of projection when people talk. Not even think. It is. It is. Okay? So you're like, oh, damn, you're getting so small. You're getting so... you looking crazy. Like, you wasn't saying nothing to me when you saw my ankles swollen like big cheeseburgers, when I was breathing heavy and complaining. But now that I'm Slim Jim and I'm power walking and running and keeping up with the Joneses and whoever else, and now it's a problem. Now you're saying something. Okay, so that's a red flag to me. And you could love people from a distance. You could just be like, all right, let me put the long spoon out. I love you from all the way over here. We can't be like this no more, because I need this space for the people who I want this space for those who reflect me a little bit more. You stay back there, and if and ever, whenever you're ready, you could come back in. But right now, TikTok, the game is locked. You could come right there, and I can hear you. What you say? Oh, okay, I love you too, but you still gotta stay right there. Respect. Another way that I stay motivated. I ain't got none of them in here. I have a bunch of vision boards. I love vision boards. I have a bunch of them. Did you hear that? And I always leave a little space on these vision boards, whether it's a little space like this or it's big. And I learned this from another leader on Instagram, because I don't follow. I don't like using regular terms, but anyway, I don't follow. I know that's the word people like to say. You follow this person on this place. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. I was attracted to this person's page, and some time ago, she posted that she leaves space on her vision boards, and the intention is behind that is for growth, because things can shift, things can change, and it does not have to be just what is on these boards. But vision boards are verbal and non-verbal reminders, because I know a lot of my vision boards have wordplay on there. They got pictures. Like, I recently just cut my hair. I think I am going to include the shot of this lady on one of my boards that I had on there from the time I had locks, right? Because I had a fro for forever, yep. And I put this picture up. When did I put you up, shorty? I put this picture up when I had my locks. But the intention behind the picture was about self-care. So you will see it in this right here. Okay? It was all about self-care intentionally, not necessarily the afro, but it was too good of a picture to pass up. But my inner self saw that. And then now I smiled at the vision board. I'm like, hey, yo, I was talking to myself ahead of time. That blows my mind. And like stardust, not like the bomb, but like stardust, because it's just like your vision board, sometimes things don't make sense. And I hope that makes sense. Like, some things won't make sense. So I'm gonna use mine as an example again. Somebody would look at the board and say, why do you have her up there with a fro? My intention was to put her up there on the board because of the self-care and how she's a Black woman and she reflects me in that space. Not knowing that I would circle back and just slap my eye with my own earring. Not knowing that I would circle back and actually be going into that mode with the fro. So that's good for long term, but we know we definitely could keep it for short term too. Or you could do different boards. So you could have a board for your short term stuff. You could then have a board for a year, then a board for 5 years. Like, you could do it however, you could do whatever you like. Yeah. Okay. I got a song for everything. Now, when it comes to motivation, we know we have challenges. So setbacks are like lessons. They're not a loss. It's lessons. What do I want to say? Oh my gosh, what is it? No. I'm having conversations in my head right now. Yeah. Lessons, not losses. They're lessons. It's not a loss. It gives you the opportunity to target and focus on and in the area where you need to work on and what you need to work on. And it allows you to move forward in a more strategic way, a better way. And you get to do it again, and you become better at it, because listen, when you're online, the people who you look at, who you are attracted to, are ones I'm certain, at least the ones I'm attracted to, they have had failures and they've posted them. Maybe it's one or two failures they posted, or they showed like where they, the space they came from, because I don't like staying in that space all the time, but it's good to just have that reference for people so they can see like, oh, okay, you're not just talking the talk, you actually are walking the walk. And I would believe that person more rather than seeing somebody who is living their life so perfectly, so like, in the box, perfect, no coloring outside the line. Nah, I don't want that because I can't relate to you. I don't live that lifestyle. So, just don't let your setbacks set you back in like darkness. Just be like, okay, what did I do wrong? Please forgive me, setbacks. Let's go on home. That sounded cool to me. Practice self-compassion. I'm doing all of these things that I'm telling you right now. Like now. You're unlearning habits. Yawn, you got me. You spend the most time with yourself, so be kind. You're unlearning habits. You are practicing and trying to teach yourself new ones. And you're at an age, even being 40, 20 something, you've been doing something for that. That's a long time too. It's, 50 and older is longer too, but still, wherever you are in your life, it's still been a long time to do something. And to unlearn it. Like the plantain chip thing to me, like I've gone 60 days without eating, so yeah, right? I was hard on myself. I was like, damn, yo, why you still eating these chips? Because you done went 60 days with juice and you was fine. But it was the mindset then. And again, different things happen at different times of the year, whatever. It's not giving an excuse, but it's also to just give myself a little bit more grace because I am practicing modification, elimination. I'm not eating these things as much. It is literally like now I've had them more than any time. And the plan is to continue to shift and remove them from consumption in totality. End of the summer is the goal, but definitely the end of this year. It is a wrap for me for that. And I'm not going to, flake back on that in regards to the chips, okay? Because you can make, like I use burro bananas in place of the plantain chips. Doing burro fries and all those things, like baking them, dehydrating them. Yeah, so just the chip part, just to be on that, be clear on that. Last thing is just to remind you that motivation, it fluctuates. It moves, it's a vibrant thing. Okay? It moves. Sometimes you don't want to move with it. So it be high and then it go low. Don't go low with it. Keep up here with your discipline because that's where that's going to come in. That's where you have to implement discipline. And it's doing something that you want to do. You do because this is why you started it. But you're in a space where life got your mentality and you like, nah, man, I need to go smoke. I need to go drink. I need to go eat this burger. I need to eat late. I need to do this right now because I had a fucked up day. I'm tight. I ain't doing nothing. But that's the time where you got to drive home and be like, go outside for that air that I was talking about. Be like, is it worth it? Let me work it. Is it worth it? I got all the way here, day 27. Is it worth it for me to break and just start eating vegetables and cook food? Absolutely not. It's day 27. Whatever I want is going to be there on the first of the month. The first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's going to be there. So stay motivated. Stay elevated. I'm applying this to myself right now, y'all. Huh. Even in the space of just vlogging, because first off, I'm talking to my freaking self, okay? But reflecting like this is another way of journaling and just letting stuff out. And I'm okay with that. And if I have to play my videos back to just watch me, which I do sparingly, I'll go to my own page and just be like, what I'm talking about. Because I forget, because I tell you, I be in the moment and I be hot. That's why I got to write stuff down, because it don't make sense with the prompts now on TV, because you can really go off like left with something and make a whole hour topic about one thing and then don't even get across to all the other 9 things or 10 things that you need to talk about. So I am done. It's a wrap for you, baby. It's a wrap, a wrap. I could be your motivation. Peace.